Hi, it's Nate Charles, and welcome back to the Rule of Law Brief. Yes, the Trump administration is behaving exactly like the Nazi Party. That's not rhetoric, that is historical fact. There's a claim coming out of this administration that the violence against ICE officers is being driven by so-called hateful rhetoric from the left, especially comparisons to the Nazi Party. That claim fails immediately because the comparison is not rhetorical, it's literal. What this administration is doing right now is materially indistinguishable from what the Nazi Party was doing at the height of its power. People hear the word Nazi and their thoughts jump immediately to death camps, but that is historically illiterate. At the height of its power, the Nazi domestic security strategy was denationalization and deportation. People were stripped of citizenship, declared illegal, criminalized for their very existence, and targeted for removal. That is settled history. The Nazis did not begin with genocide. The plan was deportation. They went to extraordinary lengths to expel people they deemed undesirable. Genocide only emerged later, after World War II made deportation impossible, and the regime began to lose the interstate conflict. Moreover, this administration absolutely invokes national symbols. ICE operates in state-marked militarized uniforms. Trump literally wraps himself in the flag. National symbols are used to sanctify exclusion and force. The only difference between the Trump administration and the Nazi Party is that the Nazi Party used tailored party uniforms, and the Trump administration uses tactical armor and assault gear. That's not restraint. That's the normalization of domestic militarization. It's even worse than the Nazi Party. And that's why the administration's narrative collapses. In Minneapolis, resistance to ICE has overwhelmingly been peaceful, nonviolent civil resistance, demanding that the government follow the law. That resistance didn't create state violence. State violence produced that resistance. That pattern is consistent across history. The only difference between the Nazi Party under Hitler and MAGA under Donald Trump is that this regime is not currently losing a world war. That's it. This comparison isn't reckless. It is precise.